The first thing I felt was the vibration beneath my boots, deep, thrumming like a living creature. The floor wasn't metal. It was some kind of dark organic alloy that shifted under pressure, like it was breathing. Above me stretched a sky of silver plating and glowing runes. The air smelled faintly of ozone and something sweeter, like crushed flowers. I was not home anymore. I was standing inside an alien starship. The memory of how I got here hit me in fragments, the blinding light over the military base, alarms screaming, gravity ripping sideways. Then darkness, now this. My hands were already clenched into fists before thought caught up. Training took over. Scan the room. Look for exits. Look for the enemy. But there was no enemy. Only her. She descended a staircase that unfolded from the wall like liquid metal, each step forming just before her feet touched it. She was tall, nearly 7 feet, but shaped like a woman sculpted from amethyst and steel. Her skin shimmered violet under the ship's lights, and her long white hair flowed behind her like mist. Her eyes, bright silver and slit-pupilled, locked onto mine with a mixture of fascination and hunger. Her armor hugged every curve of her powerful body, ceremonial, not made for war. A crown-like piece extended back from her temples, glowing faintly. An alien queen, a warrior, a predator, and I was the prey. You recover quickly, human. Her voice echoed slightly in the vast chamber. Good, I dislike fragile mates. Mates? I barked before I could stop myself. I'm not here for whatever this is. She smiled and my heartbeat stuttered. Her teeth were sharp, predatory. You are here because you are unique, she said, pacing around me slowly. Your people resist subjugation. You fight even when logic dictates surrender. You are deliciously inconvenient. Glad we can be a nuisance, I muttered. She laughed, a melodic sound but unnervingly low. I am Tavara, High Commander of the Caliph Dominion. It was I who ordered your capture. Then you know my name already. No, she said, eyes narrowing. Tell me yourself. Lucas Hayes, I said, trying to stand tall even while feeling like a mouse staring down a tiger. Well then, Lucas. She spoke my name slowly, tasting it. You have been chosen. Chosen for what? She stepped closer, dangerously close, her breath cool against my skin, to strengthen our bloodline. Everything inside me bristled. I'm not here to breed like a stud horse. Tavara clicked her tongue. You misunderstand. This is a great honor. Out of billions of males in your universe, you are the sole human candidate deemed compatible with Caliph biology. A genetic miracle. Lucky me. You will father a new lineage of warriors, she continued proudly. Your legacy will echo across star systems. Statues will be carved in your name. I just want to go home. Your home is insignificant and weak, she said, voice sharpening. You will remain here. You will choose a mate. Any Caliph woman you desire. A doorway opened along the wall. A group of Caliph females entered, each as impossibly tall and stunning as Tavara, their violet skin glowing with bioluminescent markings. Some stared at me like I was a curiosity. Others looked like hunters sizing up a meal. Tavara extended a hand toward them, chin raised in triumph. Choose. My pulse hammered. I should have played along, gather intel, wait for an escape opportunity. But something in her arrogant expression sparked defiance in me. Humans don't follow orders from tyrants, no matter how beautiful. I crossed my arms. I already made my choice. Her eyes narrowed. Which one? I met her gaze, unflinching. You. The room froze. The other soldiers stiffened, whispering in shock. Tavara blinked, clearly not expecting that answer. Her pupils widened, silver irises burning bright like molten metal. You dare, she whispered, almost breathless. You said I could pick any woman I want. I lifted my chin. I want the one in charge. A slow, dangerous smile curved her lips. You are bold, Lucas Hayes, that is acceptable. Her tone shifted, less commanding, more curious. Why me? Because you're the one making choices for everyone else, I said. If you want something from me, you're going to have to stand with me, not above me. Her expression wavered, a flash of something human in her eyes. Doubt, intrigue, desire? Very well, she said after a moment. I shall test your resolve. The chamber darkened. A roar filled the air as energy gathered around us. You will face our sacred trial, she announced. If you survive, your claim will be honored, And if I don't? I asked. You die. Figures the fine print always shows up last. The trial of the firstborn. The floor split beneath me and I dropped into a circular arena. The walls rippled, shifting into obsidian fencing. The air here was hotter, smelling of ash and ancient battles. Tavara appeared above, arms folded, looking like a goddess overseeing judgment. This is not punishment, she said. It is proof. Prove you are worthy of the High Commander. And what do I fight? I asked. The gates on the opposite side of the arena groaned open. It emerged, a leonine beast with 4 arms, each ending in claws as long as my forearm. Its scales were black and smoking, its mouth lined with triple rows of serrated teeth. A chained collar sparked with electricity around its neck. It thrashed, snarling, eyes glowing red. You brought a freaking dragon gorilla to a fistfight? I shouted. Tavara smiled serenely. This is a feral Yavrax. It has killed 78 warriors. Perhaps you will be 79. The beast charged. I rolled, barely dodging its claws. Adrenaline hit like a grenade, training, survival instinct, pure terror. The arena floor offered no weapons, nothing to use. Humans improvise. Humans adapt. Humans survive. The Yavrax slammed into the wall, cracking it. Sparks rained. Its collar flickered, overloading from its rage. Then a memory, electrified restraints. High voltage. Biological systems stressed under attack. I sprinted toward it, directly into danger. The crowd above gasped. Apparently humans don't run toward monsters in their culture. Good. I slid beneath its reach. Grabbing the sparking chain, electricity surged through me, enough to burn nerves, but I yanked with everything I had. The bestial scream shook the arena. The collar detonated, sending a concussive blast through us both. I hit the floor hard. Pain flared in my ribs. The Yavrax collapsed beside me, twitching, unconscious. Silence took the arena, then cheering. A thunderous roar of approval from the Caliph audience, who had gathered above unnoticed. Tavara stared down at me, eyes wide, lips parted in awe. No human should have survived that, but I wasn't just human. I was a Marine. Soldiers escorted me back to the upper chamber. The organic metal beneath my boots pulsed with approval, like the ship itself recognized my victory. Tavara waited there, posture perfectly regal. But her expression had changed, the superiority replaced by something softer, almost vulnerable. You lived, she said quietly. I told you, I said, shrugging despite the pain. Humans are stubborn. She walked toward me, slowly, deliberately, each step an electric countdown. When she stopped inches away, I could feel her heartbeat through her armor. Her voice lowered to a whisper meant only for me. You claimed me before you proved yourself. Now you have proven yourself before I even allowed the claiming. Her hand, cool and strong, cupped my jaw. I am not accustomed to being pursued, she breathed. I do not know what to do with this feeling. I swallowed, my throat suddenly dry. You could start by treating me like an equal. Her silver eyes softened, just a fraction. I will. Try. She leaned closer, lips almost touching mine. A loud chime echoed through the chamber. The lights shifted to crimson. An officer rushed in, armor clattering. High Commander! Human warships are closing on the Dominion border. I blinked. Warships? From Earth? No, the officer said gravely. Another human power. They demand the return of the stolen warrior. They call themselves the Terran Vanguard. Tavara's gaze snapped back to me. You did not tell me your species was already part of a galactic fleet. I didn't know. Her eyes hardened again, the warrior returning full force. Everything has changed, Lucas Hayes. She turned to her soldiers. Prepare for confrontation. Then back to me, conviction like fire in her voice. You chose me. Now I choose you. Together we will determine the fate of our worlds. She extended her hand. Her choice. My future. I took her hand. Her fingers closed around mine. Strong, possessive, resolved. Whatever came next. We would face it together. Alarms wailed like angry spirits inside the Caliph flagship. Crimson light pulsed along the walls as warriors rushed past in perfect formation. Tavara moved with them, commanding officers, directing troops. But she kept glancing back at me as if afraid I might vanish. It felt surreal. Hours ago I was a prisoner. Now I was something else entirely. She approached me as we reached the ship's command bridge, a cathedral of technology. paneling alive with shifting geometric code. The forward wall wasn't a window. It was the void itself, a transparent veil revealing stars and a fleet of silver warships forming aggressive formation. The Terran Vanguard. I'd never heard of them. But they sure as hell knew me. What do they want with me? I asked. They claim you are a hero of their cause, Tavara said, jaw tight. And they accuse us of abducting you. Well, that part's not wrong. Her eyes flicked to mine, stung by the reminder. But I'm still here, I added. With you. That softened her posture. Just a little. Arthos, her second in command, a towering brute with jagged black armor, stepped forward. Hi, Commander. We should eliminate the enemy before they breach our line. He snarled. This human has already proven dangerous. Tavara's response was a warning growl. Lucas is under my protection. Watch your words, Arthos. He glared at me like he wished I'd died in the arena. This is my fault, I said quietly. Let me talk to them. Arthos barked a laugh. A single human will negotiate the fate of fleets. He is not a single human, Tavara snapped. He is my chosen. That silenced the room. When she looked back at me, her voice dropped to something only I could hear. You asked to be my equal. Help me keep peace. She stepped closer, pressing something into my palm, a sleek, metallic token shaped like a dragon's eye. It hummed with energy. A translation key, she said, and a communicator. Do not lose it. I closed my fingers around it. The warmth of her hand lingered there. Then she gave the order. Open a channel. Contact with the Vanguard. The view screen shifted, revealing a man, stern, battle-hardened, wearing a uniform that looked like Earth's military, but far more advanced. The insignia on his shoulder bore a wolf wrapped around a star. His eyes widened when he saw me. Specialist Lucas Hayes, he said, more relief than surprise. You're alive. I stiffened. Who are you? General Marcus Rourke, Terran Vanguard, he replied. I lead what remains of the free human forces. Free from what? From alien rule, he said sharply, glaring past me at Tavara. Those tyrants conquered Earth while you were missing. We won't allow them to take our people ever again. My stomach dropped. Conquered Earth? I turned to Tavara. That's a lie, she said, voice fierce. We have not invaded your home world, Rourke scoffed. Oh? Then how do you explain the ships in your orbit? The forced labor camps, the missing civilians. She looked genuinely shocked. There must be another faction. Save your excuses, Rourke snapped. We are here for one thing, our soldier. He leaned forward, eyes drilling into mine. Lucas, they abducted you, planned to breed you like cattle. Come home, fight with us, whispers broke out on the bridge. Every Calathir strained for my answer. My mind warred with itself. Earth, my family, my people. But then Tavara's hand brushed mine, hesitant, seeking permission rather than taking it, for her. It wasn't conquest. It was connection. Rourke's voice hardened. Hayes, your family is alive. They need you. Your planet needs you. Don't choose them over us. I stepped back, breath shaking, family alive. Earth not lost. War raging, Tavara's expression fractured, fear, uncertainty. Heartbreak. The decision clawed at me. But before I could speak, the Vanguard opened fire. The first salvo, the entire ship lurched. Panels flickered. Sparks rained from conduits above. Tavara spun, fury igniting in her eyes. Raise shields. All batteries return fire. Target engines only. Disable, do not destroy. Orders echoed through the command deck. The Calath ships moved like hunting birds, sweeping, diving, launching purple lances of energy that wrapped the human vessels in crackling nets. But the Vanguard answered with raw aggression. Missile swarms, railgun slugs, EMP bursts. One Calath frigate erupted in violet flames. The shockwave rattled the bridge. Warriors staggered. Tavara caught my arm, steadying me. Her gaze was steel. This is why we needed your strength, she said. Humans push, humans evolve. You make war where others would kneel. That's not something to admire. I forced out. It is something to respect. Another detonation shook the ship. Closer this time. Rourke's voice cut through the chaos over the open channel. Lucas, this is your final chance. Come to us now, or we take you by force. And kill everyone here? I shouted. If that's what it takes to save you. I stared at him, betrayal burning in my chest. Tavara stepped forward, placing herself between me and the screen. He is not your possession, she growled. He is a free being. Funny, Rourke spat, coming from an alien slaver. Tavera's hands clenched into fists. We are not slavers. Not anymore. Her voice faltered. Old wounds in those words. She turned to me. Lucas, she said softly, tell me where you stand. The world waited. 2 armies held breath. 1 human heart divided. My choice would change star systems. My answer, I exhaled slowly. Then I stepped forward, shoulder brushing Tavera's, and faced Rourke. I'm not abandoning Earth, I said. But I'm not abandoning them either, Rourke scowled. You can't have both. Yes, I growled. I can. I pointed at the camera, fury rising, and I will because I'm human. And humans don't let fear decide who deserves freedom. The bridge fell utterly silent. Even Rourke hesitated. I continued. You want to save Earth? Good. I'll help, but not by starting another war. We fight the real enemy, whoever invaded my planet, together. Tavera stared at me like I'd just rewritten the laws of the universe. Rourke's jaw flexed. We will never work with aliens. Then you'll die alone, I said. And Earth with you. Before he could respond, alarms shrieked again. A 3rd fleet warped in behind the vanguard. Ships unlike either side's design. Black hulls dripping with green plasma. Organic tendrils wrapped around metal frames. Predatory. Sickening. Tavera stiffened. No, not them. Who are they? I demanded. She swallowed, fear creeping into her voice. The Vesker hive. Rourke's face drained of color. They took Earth. The Vesker opened fire. Not at the Caliph. Not at the vanguard. At everyone. The enemy of all. The battlefield erupted into a 3-way apocalypse. Vesker beams sliced through a human battleship like butter. Caliph fighters were snatched from space by living tendrils and consumed. The bridge shook violently. Consoles blew out. A warrior was thrown across the room, armor sparking, shields at 20%. Someone yelled. Arthos roared. We must jump to hyperspace! No, Tavera snapped. We protect our chosen, and his people. She turned to me, voice steady, resolute. We go to Earth. My heart pounded. You'd do that? For you? She said. For us? Yes. She squeezed my hand. Not possessive like before. Protective. Plot a course. She commanded. Rourke, still watching, breathed heavily, torn between hatred and desperation. I met his gaze. Work with us, please. Seconds dragged. Then, reluctantly, he nodded. All Vanguard ships. Protect the Caliph flagship. Form a corridor to hyperspace. The 2 fleets, moments ago enemies, moved as one. Warriors who wanted each other dead now shielded one another from annihilation, because of a choice. I made escape to hope. The Veskar surged after us, monstrous shapes clawing through space as hyperspace engines charged. A final blast rocked the ship. The hull began to fracture. Tavera gritted her teeth. Hold on! I grabbed her arm, refusing to let go. The stars stretched, became ribbons, then vanished into the swirling blue of hyperspace. We'd escaped. For now, Tavera let out a shaky breath and rested her forehead against mine, a gesture intimate and instinctive. You protect strangers. As if they were your blood, she whispered. That's what being human means, she smiled, small but genuine. Then teach me. Her fingers slid through mine, a silent promise. As the ship carried us home, to a world under siege, I made a vow. Earth would not fall. The Caliph would not be lost. Rourke would not be alone, and Tavera, she would never again have to face the galaxy thinking she needed to conquer it to survive. We would fight together, not for dominance, not for bloodlines, for a future where love chooses its own fate.